This one's really big. This one's Diane's.
This is all Diane?
This one, yeah, it's huge. This is like a zillion pictures. I didn't include any of the, there's like only one black and white picture in here. And there's like thousands of other ones, and these are all mostly like digital. Well, that's not Diane, but they're Kitty. There's pictures of us and stuff, but there's just zillions of them in there. But I thought I'd make them on the computer just to get them out of the way to get pictures.
So could people send other people?
No, and they're too. This is my pictures of my dad. Here it is. But no, they're too expensive. Like this is probably we complain about.
Yeah. Well, but if other people paid for them.
I don't think they would. I don't think anyone would pay, $89 or $150 for a book, for this book anyway. Maybe this one of my dad, but pictures of Diane. I think this one would be like $250 or $300. Other than the Diane, everything was on the desktop. I'm just sitting on my computer.
That's just what's on your desktop now.
Yeah, things have just been laying around. I didn't go into any of my files or stuff. But over the years, things have accumulated, and I've been like, this is the best file. This is the one I'm going to make a book of, and I call something a book, and a book, and a book, and a book. And then slowly they get together in a pile.
You must have millions.
And well, what I have is some things that are like specific. Like Bernie Sanders, I worked for him for an election and did some other stuff, and I thought I'd put that together in a small book. And then I'm doing one now with a drag ball, because I did it just about every year, maybe missed a year or two, and I'm mixing it with pictures of the guys in the drag cars, the drag racing cars. They're not real drag racing, but they're the restored cars. So I'm putting those like two types of drag together, but there's like 400 pictures, and they're totally different types of pictures. I don't know, or like a lot of the 7 days portraits. We did a lot of those. I don't know. There's just lots of different assignments that I didn't really, a lot of times I don't appreciate the photo very much. But when it goes in a pile, sometimes I'm like, that looks neat. But I don't like that. I like it being a strong picture only, So that's how the strong pictures, get up to the surface and remain laying around for so long. Yes.
I am so overwhelmed by video footage. You get overwhelmed by all your photos? Yeah.
But it's not a huge area. I have things in years. What the overwhelming thing, when I start to have to look for a photo, a lot of topics are mixed together. It'll be like grandma dying next to like the hamburger shop that had to photograph milkshakes that day, and a whole list of something, or going to the lake with Diane, or blowing up the floaties and all this stuff. But always there's something weird in there, like I don't know, meeting the mayor, seeing the mayor on Church Street. I'm like, oh, that's weird.
And are yours organized? Because mine, it's all
just by year.
It's in my head. Like I have to be like, I know I have a shot of that street sign, and it was when I did that video, and I think it was about.
How do you find that?
That mural. Like I literally, it's just in my stupid head.
How can you write all the stuff on a list of things when you're going to retrieve
if I could tag it in some way, but I don't know how, and I've never figured it out. So it's all just like my dotty old brain has to remember things, and it doesn't do a great job.
Wow, you got to invest in a platform of some kind, or not.
Index cards? I just
index cards, yeah. No, just picture. This on here. But
now, which is this one? Is this the pee-pee one?
Yeah, there's a couple of that one. No explanation there.
Do you prefer not doing the explanations?
Yeah, sometimes, because sometimes it just sounds like a name.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, better explain that, and it's not worth explaining. This is like a guy with his dick out. It's like a clown nose on. It's like, oh, give it a name. It'll make it something. Usually, if you put it in a frame, that'll do it. You put it in a frame, like, oh, hey, look, that's artwork. But I try to do that too much. But I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know what Diane's gonna do with all this stuff when I'm dead. Just probably keep the ones here, but she's not gonna want my dad dead, hanging up all the time. I mean, they were friends, but they didn't hang out. I mean, and everybody who looks at that, they're like, so I'm almost sure, like, maybe before I become too sick, I'll do like a more generous assortment. Put like more friendly pictures up for her, so because I don't want her to go like, well, this is Matt's dad, I'll keep it up, and she'll do that. She'll do it with her heart, you know, and tolerate something where I think she wouldn't want to see. Like this, she doesn't know. This is just some guy with blood on his face under a thing and a dead squirrel. I'm certain she doesn't want to see that at all. But a lot of stuff.
What do you want her to do with your things?
I'm trying not to care.
Yeah.
I used to scold her about distributing the ashes of her other family members, because sometimes we, be a little late at night and get a little excited and come in and get the ashes and be like, put it in everybody's drink. I'm like, don't do that to me. I said, do not put my stuff in people's drinks, or just be like, throw me in the yard, or like go over a cliff and be like, oh, Matt would like this, or we used to go here, or something. Like, just don't do that. Just leave it on the shelf, But then I kind of reconciled and said, I kind of don't care.
Is there anything?
I thought, like, I reached out to some of my friends and things, but I have nothing outstanding to say, like, even though I know I'm going to die, I think maybe I should make a bold action other than I would lose my insurance or something like that. Like, just being aware of it, just riding it out, I guess. I don't know. And I like the podium outside that nobody's ever said anything on. I feel like this is the same thing. It's like you get up there and the world's your oyster. It's like, but what do I say? Nothing comes to mind. It's everything. I don't know. I think I just had... It seems a little unnatural because I'm alone a lot of the daytime. Just by nature, just doing my little job by myself. Most people working with other people, I guess. So I'm not a loner. I'm just alone all the time. But to have my friends call and stop over, have 3 different friends a week come over and just sit on the couch and look at me and ask me stuff and talk about things is very unnatural. And even to have my family come over so often is completely unnatural. And so it's almost like I'm a grandma in retirement and now my kids or something are coming to see me. I just working on this little project, and it's a drag ball, and it's really dark, so I just had to turn up the light a lot, the pictures, which reveals a lot of dots in my camera, which my camera didn't work very well, and so I'm like having to pluck dots out of like people's ass cracks and their cleavages and their noses and their teeth. It's like the last days of my life. Like, and I'm thinking of somebody's ass crack looking better, but why? I don't know.
Maybe that's all life is.
I do know. It's like I want to release myself from the pressures and the anxieties of work. It's just shifted to do something else, but I just know from life that you only feel good when you're done a project. Like you get eaten up, whether I'm yelling at myself or not. When I get done, I'm like, hey, that's not that bad. It's like, maybe I did something okay. And it's right to the end. It's like, this is stupid. It's a waste of time. I'm cleaning somebody's ass crack. And then I get the book back and I'm like, this is hilarious. This is funny. It's like, wow, I guess I did live. It was like when I saw those. But then I forget about them, of course, and move on. It's like I already don't like those. But I'm still gonna make a bunch more.